Three-player game. Looks like I'm going last, as this person has the fewest amounts. So I'll be going last. We're on the Hollywood board, which we'll be getting extra sponsor cards. So this is certainly a good choice for this particular board. You're going to be getting three extra, likely three extra sponsors, and you can just cash them in for money if you want on the next option. There's also, at least as far as the boards go, this is a board where I may wish to upgrade my sponsor card, which makes it a little bit more desirable as well. That being said, I think I'm going to go after this for one of those reasons. In general, I like this better than the other two cards. It's one of my favorite animal cards because it gives me the flexibility of not needing one of the prerequisites for a given thing. Also, I can potentially upgrade my sponsor card on this and still have the ability to play animals that require an upgraded animals card. And that way I can avoid having to do that with this one, because I can play that anyway as long as I get it to the 5 level. So I am certainly choosing this one. All right, the upgraded version of this is pretty good. I've never actually used the opening one. I've always tried to get something for my association action as opposed to just a meeple. The upgraded version is nice, certainly. I play an extra meeple to essentially be 2 clevers. I mean, you get to move it up 2. Reasonably good. This is pretty flexible throughout the game, though. Early snap, in case something comes up and my cards isn't in a good spot, I think I'm going to keep this one. Yeah, I'm going to choose these two. This one doesn't do a lot for me in general. Again, the donation thing might come into play at the end of the game. Typically, I'm liking to donate early and often. Putting it down and not using it seems like an awful thing. So I'm keeping these two. So the pickings are slim with this group. I do happen to have the sponsor card, which may be helpful on the Hollywood board. There's only one that I can actually play initially. This I would need a bird for. And this I would need quite a lot of time to play it. Could be useful for points. I don't know. What I've opted for, best card in the hand, is a Clever Fox. He's both predator and obviously a tag, but he's cheap. He's a predator. He's good. I've got this. This would be better on for this habitat diversity had I not already had the Clever Fox. And I've got this as well. So, and then I've got this late game thing here. I can play this earlier because I've got the animal card that can play it without needing the tag, or without needing to be upgraded, that is. But anything I get is I'm going to have to wait a little bit. Now, I could potentially have 3 Africa tags and take another one for a 4th and use it for that instead of like a species diversity. So maybe it wouldn't last as long in my hand. But I don't know that I'm going to be able to survive hanging on to this card for that long. And I mean, this is a better card than even this one is. So we'll see. But this is terrible. It locks me down. I don't want to be locked down. I don't have stuff for. This is a really late game card I'm not going to take now. And I would need, I could get the 2 of the 3. The bear can be difficult, but, still a lot of points, but real hard. So I'm going to keep these and see what comes out. I don't need it in the top spot, but I may snap something that comes out. We'll see. All right. So in the first slot, we have a raccoon with a predator tag that allows me to boost the association. This means I can clever this down, get animals up naturally, and be able to play both animals and then boost my association up. So I've got a lot of options here. I can use take a card within reputation range to grab that. I can put something on the clever to move the association down. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the card with this and make sure I have it. I think I want to do a 1 and a 1. So let's meaning one enclosure. Let's get the card. Like that's primary, and then I can come this way and maybe get some more and use this to drop the association down, and then again play the animal and put the association back up. All right, we need to build again so we can get both of our 1s on there. Let's try to get closer to the H, Hollywood sign. So I'm going to play the expert on Africa, and I'm going to clever the association down so I can play both of my animals next turn. And then with this guy, I can bring the association back up. Animals. Oh, I can clever other things, huh? All right, so what do I want here? Oh. I don't see any cards that I need. $6. I'll have money to build if I need to. I'm going to leave the cards there. I don't think I need to clever anything, but I will move the association up. If only I can get those couple clevers after I ran the association, but that is not to be. Yeah, I think I'll just grab and see what I get and build accordingly and sponsor accordingly. Or I could just build on these and then play the sponsor. That's possible. No, let's take cards. Let's just pass on these things. Leave them as they are. Do the Predator Conservation Project and get my meeple. I am going to upgrade the association card. This is my goal here. I'm going to try to get up there first so I get the extra building. And I want to be able to donate as soon as possible. I'm just going to grab cards and see what I get. I don't see anything out there I'm really intrigued by, so. No, I mean, no. I may keep this one and upgrade that. So let's see what we got. Yeah, this is not one I'm going to be able to do anytime soon. So let's get rid of that. And maybe I'll go for this. Maybe I'll dump it and use this. There's plenty of places I could put this ibex. I didn't expect the blue player to break us. He did a release, so he's got all sorts of spaces here. I guess he picked up $5 plus the additional $6 if he's already gotten his money. No, he wouldn't have gotten his money yet. So yeah, he's got quite a bit of money still. I'm not sure. Well, anyway, I got to discard a card. I think it's between this card and this card. I don't know when or even at this point if I'm going to be able to play or upgrade my sponsors. I'm going to need probably I'll get 2 of the habitats, 2 partnerships, so it's going to take a little bit. I might be able to get this guy off, although he is costly, and I'll probably have to get the Africa partnership to be able to pay for him. Maybe not. I don't know. And then even once this gets out, it's worth something, but it's not worth not worth as much unless I go sponsors first. I'm going to drop this card. That's fine. Build is the ibex, so I'll build a 2 right here. Okay. All right, so I was beaten to the punch. I was beaten to the early donation. And if I donate, like if I put out something other than the blue one and I donate, I'll be at $9 and can't play my ibex. I could play the ibex first, but then it's bumping up, and I prefer to have the partnership as opposed to a building given our habitat diversity. So I'm just going to take blue and then make the donation. Play the ibex. Order of these obviously don't matter, but I have $4 to play with if I need to. Alright, so I can't play this because I don't have an X token. We're 4 away from a break. I'm getting the most money. I don't have any money. I'm going to need a lot of money for these 2. My 2 main options are to snap this and hope that I can play it on my next action. Or just break. I think I'm just going to break and I'll put myself in position to get probably the green one so that this is a little easier to play. Still won't be able to play it though. I'll have 24. I'll need to put out a 4 enclosure, and that costs 22 if I've got it anyway. I've got the green, so this is not ideal in general, but I think a break is the right way to go. It'll also get me an X token, but see how it goes. Alright, so the green tag is gone, so I'm going to try to focus on this thing maybe and see if I can snap it next turn, but I'm going to play this. I'm going to grab the yellow and start moving up. Maybe I won't. There we go. I think I'm going to upgrade the sponsor card. And donate 7. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be able to play an animal, so I think I'm going to actually clever the animal down. So I'm going to focus on this, grab this. I won't have enough money to play one of these. I don't want to do this because I want to build a 4 enclosure for him. So I will just do animals. Alright, I'm going to snap this card. I've got the fox, and now I've got yellow, so I'll have this ready for when my association gets back up. Alright, so this is in range for me to grab. It only costs 10. I can build an enclosure for 6, leaving me at an 11, and pick it up. So I can build right there. I can then place this up, and then play this guy for an extra 2 points. Seems pretty good. Alright, it's time to play the Baboon Rock. I am noticing that we're falling behind on the income. It appears that the blue player has the side entrance mostly full. Well, I mean, it's not in the ideal spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it was 1 up, you could get 5 around it, but still going to be great early on. And he's also got this one. So as he's putting down spots around the water, he's getting money. So we could be in trouble with that sort of income so early on. But let's see what we can do to counter. All right, I think I'm just going to put it here and just twist it. Next to a rock, we grab the X token. That should be good. And then we'll collect our points. All right. I'm going to play my conservation project. I'm going to take the Australia tag, the red one. I'm going to do that so I am closer to being at 5 for the habitat diversity. Red is already gone. He's at 3. Blue is not. He's only at 2. This is going to put me at 4. I can then grab one after the next break and then get that at 5. Do not want to donate. I want to play my animal. Again, the only issue with this is I'm only at 16 as far as income goes. Now, if I'm allowed to play this guy, I'll be up a couple more. But it's, well, he's at 5 cards. And he can only hold 3, so he's bound to play a card. Well, I would think. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to snap this card. He's going to be worth quite a bit. I'll have all the monkeys necessary for him. I think that's what I want to do. Gives me a lot of stuff that's big to build, but it's okay. do a build. I'm going to build up here so I get the 5, which will give me a couple options. And I think I'm going to use this to build the 2 monkeys. First, I want to go grab the green, and then if I build the 2 monkeys or put out the 2 monkeys, I can then clever all 3 of these, and then association will be right back up at the top, and I'll be able to do the habitat diversity at 5. That's the plan. All right, let's get the green. And no donation. All right, so the blue player used the bonus token. He has 4 predator tags, did this at 5, and moved up enough to grab a building and allows us to discard. I think I'm going to keep this one. Keep this one. I already have 3. This is a 4th. So I need one more to get it up to 3. Even though I've upgraded this guy here, still not making a lot of progress, and I think I'll just keep the safe one. Alright, so we're going to play the animals now. I'm actually going to use the cards action. We'll play this guy in R3. This guy in the 4. Alright, I think I'm just going to snap. I want to grab this one. It's going to give me 2 points, fill up 3 spots, and is a mountain. So I can put it like here. Still have room for the 5 mountain in a number of ways for the baboon. And that will get me 1 more rock, and then the second one for that. So it should net me a total of 5 points. So let's do that. Do I want to do that first? I'm actually gonna, I think I want to do this first. And then I will, I don't know, I want to end this. Let's do this. And I think I will do it again on the cards. Put the building here so it can be up a little bit quicker. I'm going to do association. I can do the diversity at full power. I also need to have build upgraded so that I can play this guy here. So I'm going to add a couple X tokens to it and get a rep bump. We'll take the income, it looks like, as I've got some pretty high ticket items. And then 2 rep. And I can't donate. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna. All right, I'm gonna play the sponsor card and put the meerkat out. Two specific places to put it. Here, I could play it in this area here, collecting on the H. I could also put it here. That way, when I build a 4, I can build a 4 here instead of needing to fit it like this. I think I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to move it up. And that way I'll get an X token when I do the build. I think that might come in handy. Again, I've just used 2 X tokens. I like to have the flexibility of them. I don't really need the card. At least not yet. So we'll put it here. All right, I'm going to do the build. I think it might be better for me to build it like this so that I can put a 2 here if I need one. Otherwise, I have to put a 1 here, and it's not. A 2 is going to be more versatile. I have plenty of 1s here that I may have problems with anyway. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to fill, given that I should be heading towards 100 pretty soon, but it's all good. Although blue may beat me there. All right, I'm going to go grab this card. I'll have a place already built for that, so that won't be an issue. All right, I am going to cause the break. I'm going to get $6 for this and an X token. I'm probably going to still need more money if I want to be able to play this big boy, but we'll see what happens. Now, I am likely helping both of the other people, or I guess more to the point, the blue player, since he's pretty close to me in points, actually ahead. Let's see, anything come up? Nothing really. All right, and I don't need any more cards. These are all I need to get to 100 anyway, so. All right, and the break is over, it looks like. All right, unfortunately, Animals isn't upgraded, but I can play it to ignore one of these. I could have played both of these on the same turn had I upgraded my cards correctly. But what are you going to do? We're going to take the Africa. We're the only ones that even benefits a little bit by that, and we have a pull 5. So that'll be good. All right, time to play Africa. I'm going to take the money. We need it to first play this guy and then build a 5 for this guy. Can't donate, I don't have enough money. If I spend 9 on this guy, I've got 18. If I spend 10, I'm down to 8. I can't build a 5 enclosure. I mean, I guess I could do this first, but it seems bad. Alright, so I need to build enclosure for this guy here. It's got to be by rock. I want a clever card, so I'm just going to cover this spot. that'll work. There we go. All right, the blue player played the medical breakthrough on the last turn, giving him, looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. Pretty big swing. We got to keep it going, but I need $12 to do that. So we're breaking. Could give him an easy break there for an X token. We'll see though. And he needs his meeples back, so he might do that. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so we did have a break. Doesn't change our plans other than we'll get to donate, but that's okay. I got to do this. Play one that I can play, and it's going to be this one right there. All the stuff and the card. Why would I pass on that? That seems strange. Okay. So next we will do this primate project and end the game. Well, if I lose this game, it's going to come down to me upgrading the sponsor instead of the animals. It's been 2 times I've had the animals at top at least, so that would be an extra meeple, giving me an extra green, which would be 3 points. Could have played this guy in the last turn for another 5 plus 2 is 7 points. So already 10 points lower than what I could be. Now, I did play one of these guys at 1 lower, and I mean, I got money, but the money isn't going to matter because I got a break right after it anyway. But regardless, that's what happened. Let's see. All right, we're going to put this down. Oh, strike that. Undo that. We've got something that gives us points for X tokens, so let's do that. Let's get 3 more points at least. And donate. Yeah, that's probably not going to be enough. I've got 5 points coming for this, or 4 points coming for that. He's got 3 points for this. Maybe he can't do that. Let's see. He's done this, done this. No. Does he have something to release? He does. So he can release this guy right here. So yeah, he's going to be able to do it. Get a 5th one, get more points. Should be enough. Should be enough to win. All right, the blue player did end up winning by a point, and there's some snarky chat going on there. What we have is 32 turns, or I guess I had 31. And then I will show you blunder number 2. All right, this guy here. This was out there. I could have done this for 4 points prior to, instead of ending it, and caused blue to end it, and we would have won by 3. Although he blundered and did not fill in this spot, and lost himself 3 points. So it might have been just an overall tie as we both had 5 each. Still, bad idea to take the sponsor. I haven't taken sponsors as an upgrade in a long time, and it will probably be another very long time before I do that as well. I got, that's not mine. Okay, so he got Designer Zoo. Looks like he got 2 for that. And I got 3 from my climbing park. Otherwise, I had counted up his points before. So, yep. Don't upgrade sponsors, kids. All right, I will do a rematch of this and hope that this one turns out better. Although this was a good game.